Hello everyone, welcome to Commsverse TV. My name is Mark Vale and I am the founder of Commsverse. I'm joined today by one of our gold sponsors in the form of HP, Polly and Jonathan Clark. How are you doing, Jonathan?
Good afternoon. Yeah, I'm doing good. Thank you for the invite, and it's great to be sponsoring and appearing at Commsverse again for another year to show you the delight and the delectations of the HP Poly portfolio of solutions that work seamlessly with that Microsoft platform. Welcome to the world of Teams.
Very well rehearsed.
Oh, you see, anybody think I was a professional?
So I think Polly's entering its 5th year with us now, sponsoring.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for that support.
No, it's always a fantastic event. We love it. Yeah, it's great to. We've always got. We try and have new things to talk about. There's always lots of actions going on. So it's a great platform for us to be around and supporting you guys. It's really good, and we thoroughly enjoy it, especially down at Weybridge, at the Mercedes-Benz World.
Yeah, the competitors in your sponsorship.
Not allowed to say that.
Oh, we're not.
We'll cut this out. I don't know. I upset anybody. Yeah, there's Scuderia Ferrari HP, which is always exciting. So,
yeah. So you an F1 fan?
I used to be in when I was a kid. It was always about the Elf Tyrrells with the 6-wheelers and Alan Jones and Michele Alboreto. I think that's another name from the past. I don't know. Lots of things. I used to have a few. Jochen Mass, some other names from about late 70s, early 80s. But I think Alan Jones with his Saudi Leyland Williams as well in 82. Did he win? I don't know. Who knows?
I wasn't even born in 82.
There you go. See, I'm an old git. So there you go. Sorry about that. The dinosaur still here.
Yeah, 1 year later, so I'm almost a dinosaur, I guess.
Oh, okay.
So, obviously, it's been I think last year when Commsverse was around, you'd only just made the switch from Plantronics to HP. So, how's the last 12 months been?
Yeah. Oh no, we've had yes, it's been fun and games. I think we've since December we've gone through the migration, the transition of SKUs and part codes. So thanks for everybody for bearing with us as we've gone through that transition of the big back end ERP systems and the fun and games that that's caused us. But no, we're through the other side of that now. So we're all guns blazing. And we've continued to develop solutions and products. So developing, in partnership with obviously the HP G9 Mini Compute for our Windows-based platforms, which is good. We've also just recently launched a G5 for the Poly Studio R30 Plus to drive that bring your own device experience and simplifying the connectivity, just having the USB-C cable. So that's a really powerful offering. So you can really see the fruits of the HP Poly partnership coming together now, so that we've got those joint solutions available. So really good, and it's only going to get better as we move forwards, and lots of developments that we'll have available as well. So cool. Joint engineering of the video world and also the compute world. So all exciting for Microsoft Teams, Rooms, and Windows, and things that we've been launching.
Yeah, have you got anything lined up for our event that you might be launching?
Yes, well, there's I'm not sure I'm allowed to say it now because it's probably too early. But there are some developments. We'll leave it there. There's some very exciting developments coming along. Lots of work that we have been doing. Obviously, we've launched the V52 recently, which is our premium video bar with a bit more capabilities than the Studio R30 and the Studio USB. Adding the polyperimeter capability to our USB platform. And sound reflection reduction technology as well to improve that audio experience. So continuing to develop and doing lots of work to improve that experience, and obviously leveraging the power of AI. It's very, we can't have a conversation these days and not mention the word AI. Obviously we've had that in our Poly Director AI technology in terms of camera framing, people framing, group framing, presenter tracking, all that sort of goodness in the video experience, and along with the noise suppression that we have with the noise block AI and the acoustic fence that we have and configure with the devices. So always trying to build on that to improve that experience and make it as best face forward, I think, as we call it these days.
Yeah, from what you've been speaking with customers about the last 12 months, I mean, what's their their thoughts and needs and wants for the next sort of generation of meeting rooms, I guess. Where's the market going in your opinion?
Yeah. I think we're seeing, multiple devices. We've had traditional cameras in the meeting space. It's been able to have multiple cameras, inside, what we talk about inside out and outside in. So that a camera at the middle of the room that you can leverage, or additional cameras on the outside of the room that you can leverage, and using the AI and the machine learning to make sure that it does that facial recognition. We've always tweaked the algorithms to try and improve that experience. Camera tracking and framing is very subjective. What's fast for one person is slow for another. So there's lots of things and intricacies that we need to take into account when we're developing the software and improving that experience. And we've gone through a lot of iterations and changes, but it's all about simplicity of it's always about that user experience, keeping it simple, clicking the button and getting on with the meeting. Or if you have got an HP laptop and it can pair to an HP system in the room, even the better. Obviously that's some way off, but you can see where we're trying to go to make that experience as simple as possible.
Will that only
making it seamless. Yeah.
Will that only be with your laptops?
Yeah, initially. So yeah, but that's one of the differentiators what we're trying to do. So.
So in terms of you mentioned AI quite a lot in the last few minutes. So I guess
would I?
So is this AI within your compute boxes that you sell to customers, or is this cloud delivered, or is this in conjunction with Microsoft, or a mixture of all three?
It's a bit of everything. So it's on the edge. So we're trying to do the edge, and I think your Microsoft is pushing things to the edge. Obviously, the next generation from a PC perspective, it's all about making our next iteration of G11 laptops. It's all about AI capability on the edge, taking away that processing power from the cloud. And obviously our room systems will leverage both. So we've always had, the camera tracking, the noise block AI and all that sort of stuff has been built into the endpoint itself. Obviously you can leverage the power of, the Microsoft IntelliFrame capability if that's what's required. We would always try and do that processing on the edge to reduce the cloud-based requirement. But, we work closely with you with Microsoft to work however it needs to be, really.
Cool. And in terms of what the companies or markets buying at the moment, you see an influx in BYOD or double down on dedicated meeting rooms, or kind of
for the smaller spaces, it's the bring your own, and we have to be careful with the world of HP when you say bring your own device, because it's a bit of a dirty word sometimes. Because that is the expectation that it's it's your device that you're bringing that's not corporate certified. So on mobiles and laptops, it's your personal laptop, not your corporate certified laptop. So we have to make that clear and crisp. That when we talk, what we mean by bring your own device is your corporate certified lovely HP laptop, or any laptop will do. You plug it in, and then you use that as your codec. So we've seen that area for growth, and obviously we've had our Poly Studio USB that we launched in 2019 with all that capability to leverage that. And then the Studio R30 and obviously the new V52 that we've launched with a bit more capability. But we've seen a growth in the small to medium spaces. Obviously the larger, more complex rooms, you're going to want a dedicated codec, whether that's Android, whether that's Windows. Obviously we're doing the joint development of that as well. But leveraging, the Microsoft story in terms of bring your own device and the licensing and the ability to be able to find the devices, plug them in and it will identify whether it's a bring your own device as well. So lots of options there to be able to support that bring your own device. But again, keeping it as simple as possible for users if they're familiar using their laptops at home. Just keeping that simplicity, and obviously we talked about simplify even more by having the G5 dock. That just means you have to plug in a USB-C cable into your laptop, and then the HDMI connection will connect to the dock itself. But you'll also be able to power your laptop. That's the other challenge that you sometimes get in a bring your own meeting, is that, oh no, I've run out of power. What happens?
You have a multifunctional USB-C port and you only have one of them.
So use it. So
I mean, my friend Sean will kick me if I don't ask about managing and the admin side of all this. So a lot of other vendors have laid in their own management solution on top of the Pro Portal, etc. Do you, HP
Yep.
Poly, have something similar?
Yes, we have the PolyLens, our single pane of glass, which gives us the ability to manage both room systems, but again, it covers the whole end-to-end portfolio of UC platform headsets, phones, as well as the room system. So it is a really complementary solution to help with rollout and management of devices. But dovetails nicely into the Microsoft management platforms as well. So it's creating that best of both worlds to give people the manageability that they require from the different types of devices. But again, single pane of glass to give you that visibility into all your devices across the whole UC space is what we're all about.
Yeah, cool. And before I ask you another question outside of the meeting room space, I mean, if you were Mystic Jonathan,
Mystic Meg,
yeah, in 3 years' time, where do you see the advancements of meetings and meeting rooms going? Or do you think that we've reached kind of pinnacle?
Well, yeah, I think it's trying to get it's those multiple cameras so that you know it is a natural experience and it recognises you. And there's the facial recognition software. It knows who you are when you walk into the room. It knows your voice and voice recognition, so it'll do all that for you. And I think we're some of the way there today with Copilot being able to support and some of the intelligent microphones and speakers that we have or that we'll be developing. I think it's we're talking about 3D, and if you've got multiple cameras that can take different images of that room, it's then taking the algorithms and the views that you can get and giving you a bit more of a crisp, round, immersive type of experience. I think
bringing the remote participant into the physical room.
Yeah, so you virtually bring them in there. So there's the avatars, but making it bit more real than those the avatars that we've had.
Like Star Trek and Star Wars. We get these little holographs coming up.
That is illogical, Captain. Yes.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Oh, it's tricky. Yes. I guess it would be pretty cool with the facial recognition to be able to walk into a room and it says, "Hey, Jonathan, let me start your meeting for you." That'd be pretty cool.
I think. Yeah. Well, we did the voice. We had the voice recognition with our Trio devices a while ago, but that obviously went away. And it's still things that we would like to be able to do, but obviously GDPR rules and all that sort of stuff. I guess you've got to be a little bit careful.
Yep. So
steals your identity and your voice. You have to be a bit careful.
Yes, but what we have to remember is Microsoft AI is friendly AI, and it's totally fine to give that data to them, right? So that's cool. But obviously you've got a very large, wide-ranging portfolio of meeting devices and video devices, etc. But you also do phones as well.
Yeah.
So, talk to me a little bit about the future for Teams phone devices made by HP Poly.
Yeah, well, we're still focusing on those. We've got the CCX range of devices, the touch-enabled, leveraging Android 12, I think it's going to be now. So we're continuing to update those to give you that best experience. We have our edgy phones to leverage the SIP gateway as well. So if you've got traditional SIP phones as well, then you want buttons on there. We have those. Obviously, we have the CCX full native device, CCX 350 with buttons as well as the touch-enabled devices. But the edgy phones with the color coordination and additional inclusivity options of different font sizes and lighting and voice to speech recognition, all that sort of good stuff is still key for us. So multiple devices, and we'll still continue to drive those into the market because there is a need for handsets still in the brave new world.
And what about headsets? Is that still a thing now?
Yes, lots of developments on the headsets as well. So full Teams certification, my Voyager Focus 2 with a nice little Teams button on there. That's still, I won't mention yours, but
fine. It's all I could afford. What can I say? But you could also send me a free one.
I was going to say we'll have a word. We'll have a word. Yeah. So headsets is still key. And again, it's that we always talk about being able to work from anywhere, and having the headset certainly does enable that capability. Obviously, noise suppression in laptops is amazing. Noise suppression in Teams. But I'm a big believer in stopping as much noise as at many opportunities as you can. So if you've got the microphone a couple of inches from your mouth, you've got the multiple microphone arrays that we have in these devices. But again, it's a different wearing style. So we do a lot of persona research, which helps users helps customers make some decisions on what's the right device for the right use case. Because they're wearables, so they're a very personal thing, and people have got different sized ears, head shapes, those types of things. So it's making sure that you've got something that's the right comfort for your particular wearing style and what your job is. So,
cool. Have you once I found it harder to sell headsets, but are you seeing any customer pushback now that Teams has got noise suppression built in? They've certified Apple AirPods to a degree for Teams voice.
Yeah, not really. No. I think the
people
headset
still see the value of them, basically.
Yeah. They still see the value of them, and again, we're doing lots. Traditionally to manage that core control with a headset, you would have to you plug in a Bluetooth dongle. Obviously, again, in the next iteration of HP laptops, we're having Bluetooth Direct Connect, so they'll automatically pair with the devices, so that you don't need that dongle. But you'll still get the guaranteed control. You'll still get the HD voice capability. You'll get the manageability. You'll get all that team certification. So that's where we're going with these devices. So
I mean, you're going to lose about $40 million worth of revenue out of replacement Bluetooth dongles by doing this, surely.
Yeah, well, we're listening. We're listening to our customers, because it's the biggest thing we have is I've lost my dongle, but no, they'll still be included in the boxes for other laptop providers that we don't want to scare off. So we do have that connectivity requirement. For the HP ones, we'll just simplify it even more. So
cool.
It's all good.
So what you're really saying is that if a customer wants anything to do with Teams, then you guys are a one-stop shop for everything.
Yeah, because the research shows that 50% of customers like to have a one-stop shop, and if you're buying something that's from a laptop provider, they want to buy it from the same provider. Others are saying, well, we buy the laptop, but we'll buy other peripherals, so whether that's keyboard, mice, because the latest, next generation of HP laptops are going to have the Copilot button on there as well. So we're always making the most of that and trying to make it as simple and seamless as possible for the users of the stuff.
Cool. So you got devices, you got peripherals, you got meeting room kit, you've got phones, you got management portal. If a customer says, "Can you help me with my installs and consultancy?" do you have a professional services and install arm as well?
We do, yeah. So obviously we have our partner base that are certified and qualified to be able to do that, and we'd obviously recommend that you can work with those. But if partners haven't got that capability and they want us to offer those services, we have that capability to be able to help them with deployment, help with rollout, help with the ongoing management. So one-stop shop for things, one-stop shop for management, and one-stop shop for ongoing services as well if required. So end to end.
And I guess to kind of close this off, really, let's talk about the event. And can you give me, you've been to my event now for a couple of years, so what do you like about it?
Well, I like it now that we're at the top of the stairs and we're the first booth that you see when you walk up, which is lovely. The event itself is light and airy. It's very well organised. Last year's fire alarm.
Yeah, I'll pay you later for that.
Yeah, but it's it's a really well organised event. Great vendors there, because it's all families. Big family of vendors. Although we compete, we're all very sensible. We've got lots of MVP. It's an opportunity to see all the MVPs as well. Many as come over as possible. So it's good to see that teamwork available for the Microsoft ecosystem story. But there's latest and greatest is there, and an ability to have a look at some flash shiny cars that I won't mention the names of because they've got Ferrari on the badges. But anyway.
Well, you can come to the event in your Ferrari race suit if you want. I'm sure that will stir up a few things.
There's an expense claim. An expense claim I'll put through. So,
Yes, the fire alarm last year was certainly a talking point. But hey,
Yeah.
we used it as good
Yeah, it's a
marketing
good
material.
networking event, and it was
Yes, that's
sunny,
it.
so we were all right. We were all right. It was sunny.
It was all fine, and we turned it around by showing it, presenting it as queues waiting to get into the event. So, but yes, they've been asked respectfully not to trigger the fire alarm this year again.
Yeah, well,
please.
Yeah, cool.
But yeah, cool. So with that, then I guess probably giving everyone a reason why they should come.
Yes, come and see us. We've got some new things.
New things that you're not allowed to speak about that may or may not include meeting rooms, videos, and other peripherals.
Yeah.
So you've got a meeting between now and then to decide the name, right?
Yeah, exactly. So
that's it. Yeah, cool. Awesome. Right. Well, thank you very much for your time, Jonathan. And
thank you.
I look forward to seeing you at the event in June.
Yeah. Super. Cheers.
Take care. Let's stop the recording.